Hi angels, and welcome to my channel. In this video I want to show you my August favorites / summer favorites. Because this is my first monthly favorites, I thought I'm going to show you my whole summer favorites as well. Now I'm not going to mention any product I showed you in my mid-year's favorites because I don't want to repeat myself. But if you want to see what I like besides the products I'm going to show you now, then please watch my mid-year's favorites video. And if you like favorites videos, then please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me, then please consider subscribing. But let's get into the favorites. I'm going to start with primers, and the first primer I want to show you is this one from Chanel. It's a Beige line, and I got the shade Icy Beige. It's part of the Winter Limited Edition. Now, I didn't mention this product in my mid-year's favorites because I really love this or enjoy this primer, but I don't love it as much as the products I showed you in my mid-year's favorites, because the beautiful effect this primer gives to the skin gets lost when you use any kind of foundation over it. So this primer I love on days I'm just wearing concealer, because underneath foundation it doesn't do a lot, but such a beautiful primer when you use just concealer, because it gives such a smooth and beautiful effect on the skin. The second primer I want to show you is from Tilbury, and it is the Invisible UV Flawless Poreless Primer. And I love this primer because this one has SPF. It is quite hydrating, so I don't know if you are going to love this primer if you have more of a combination oily skin, but I use SPF every day, and I love, especially on very hot days and on days I'm quite a bit outside, a primer with SPF, and any additional SPF is quite good. So I love this primer in summer, and this one is a summer staple for me. I buy this primer every year. So and when I'm on holidays, this is a primer that comes with me. The last primer is a MAC Hyper Real primer, and I love this product. I use this one the whole year, but especially because I got the foundation stick from Dior, and the foundation stick and this primer work beautifully together. So I wore this primer quite a bit because of the foundation, but this is a whole year's favorites actually. But in August, because of the foundation, I wore it quite a bit. I love this primer. Now to the foundations, and as I talked already about the Dior foundation, let's start with the Dior foundation. And I love this Dior foundation stick because I think it's such a beautiful product, and it's so handy because it comes in a stick and it's so blendable. Now I'm not going to talk too much about this product because I made a video about this foundation stick. If you want to know more about the foundation stick, then please watch my video to this product. But I can tell you I love this one. Now it's a little bit too light for me for now. This is more of a fall, winter and spring shade. In summer, especially this summer, I'm a little bit darker than usual, but I love this product. I think it's such a beautiful foundation. There are two other foundations beside the Chanel Beige foundation that I wear and love. I showed you this one in my mid-year's favorites. But the two foundations I wore quite a bit this summer is the Dior foundation, the Dior Backstage foundation. This is a very beautiful foundation, and this one works beautifully in summer because it has quite a natural finish, and I think almost every skin can wear this foundation because it's not too matte, it's not too glowy, it works beautifully in summer. And the other foundation I love this summer is the Luminous Silk foundation from Armani, because this one looks very natural on the skin, so you don't get this makeup-y effect on your skin, and especially in summer it's much more pretty if you have more of a natural finish. And on days you don't want to have too much glow but still a natural skin look, then the Armani foundation is very beautiful, and this one is a staple in my collection. I always have this foundation. This summer my skin is so dry, and especially because I started to use retinol again after I got my little boy. My skin got a little bit flaky, and the best product for me now to use is the U Beauty Tinted Moisturizer. I love this product. This one looks beautiful on skin, and especially if you use retinols or have very dry skin, this one works beautifully over it. It doesn't accentuate the flakiness you get sometimes from retinols. So especially because I restarted using retinols, my skin has to adjust to it again, and I got quite a bit of flaking, and this one I love using. So I look put together, but it's not too much, and the flakiness doesn't get accentuate, but it's getting better, the flakiness. In summer I use two different kinds of concealers: the matte concealer that sit and looks quite flawless, and the one which looks very, very natural. Now the concealer that looks flawless, in my opinion, is this House Labs concealer, and this one is beautiful. You don't need to set this, and on days when it's very, very hot and you don't want your makeup to move, this one is perfect. And I don't think it looks too makeupy if you use a little bit of it, not too much. And out of all my foundations, this one creases the least, and the Sublimage foundation from Chanel doesn't crease as much as well, but this one is a beautiful, beautiful concealer. I mix the shades 10 Golden Light and 23 Light Medium Golden, because I always have to mix my concealers. I don't know why there is no perfect concealer shade for me. And the concealer I love to wear with the Beige primer is the Givenchy concealer. I have two again because I have to mix them. But this concealer looks so natural. It doesn't have a lot of coverage, but I don't think you always need a full coverage, because sometimes it looks quite beautiful if your skin comes through. Even your under eyes do not need to look completely covered. I don't think that's necessary. So I love this concealer on very natural days. A product I never thought I'm going to love this much is this contour and highlighter duo from Dior. I love this contour powder. I think it's a beautiful contour powder. It blends so beautifully into the skin, and since I have this one, I'm not as much scared to contour my face, because this one just blends into the skin. It's such a beautiful product, actually. I never thought I'm going to love this one as much as I do, and I use it quite a bit. The highlighter is okay too. I don't use it as a highlighter, I use it as an eyeshadow, and I actually love this highlighter as an eyeshadow, because it gives you such a wet look effect to your eyes. It's a beautiful highlighter, and a beautiful highlighter you can wear as an eyeshadow. I would recommend this one, really. If you are in a market for something like this, then try this one. It's such a beautiful, beautiful product. Now for bronzer, the darkest cream bronzer I have is this one from NARS, and I have the classic Laguna shade. This is the darkest cream bronzer I have. This is the reason why I use this one, especially in summer. But if I wouldn't have so many other cream bronzers, then I would buy a lighter shade of this one as well, because this bronzer is beautiful. It blends into the skin. It has the prettiest color, and it looks beautiful, especially when the sun hits your face. It's natural finish bronzer, so it looks so beautiful on the skin. I love this bronzer. One of the best bronzers on the market, in my opinion, is this one from Tom Ford. I have the shade Golden Dust, and because this shade is a little bit darker, I use this one especially in summer. But the quality of this bronzer and the color is so beautiful. I think really, if I could have just maybe 3 bronzers, this one would be one of them, because I think this is so, so beautiful. I would buy a lighter shade as well, because I love the quality of this bronzer, but it's a summer staple, really. I think it's so beautiful. Now a product I use as bronzer is this Hourglass Trio. Now it's a powder and the finishing powder and the bronzer, but I mix all 3 shades and use it as a bronzer because it gives such a beautiful effect to the skin. I use it more as a finishing bronzer. So on days I have very, very light makeup, this is a bronzer I use because I think it makes such a beautiful look to your face. You get this very natural no makeup look with this one, and especially in combination with the Chanel primer and the Givenchy concealer and this powder, it looks so beautiful. You look like you have nothing on, but still very, very beautiful. Now if I'm not using the Hourglass powder, then I love using this Chantecaille, I don't know what's called. I use it as a bronzer because it's quite dark of a color, because I never get as dark to use this one as a tinted moisturizer. But the quality of the product and the feel of and the texture of this product is so beautiful, and it's very cooling on the skin. It's a little bit like the Makeup by Mario, this liquid bronzer, but this one doesn't dry. So if you have very dry or dehydrated skin, I think you're gonna love this one. The Makeup by Mario one, every skin type can wear it actually. This one is more for a dry to normal skin, but it's a very, very beautiful bronzer, and I would love them to bring this one out in maybe some lighter shades, because I love this product. Now let's get into one of my favorite makeup products, and these are blushes. I love blushes. I think they make such a big difference. They make you look youthful and pretty, and I love having a wide variety of blushes. And I'm going to show you my most favorite summer blushes. Now the first blush I love is this one from Valentino. I love all Valentino blushes actually. I think they are beautiful, but especially this orangey coral shade looks so pretty in summer. It gives you such a natural finish to the look, and I love using especially the Valentino blushes as eyeshadow as well, because they give you such a beautiful effect to your skin. I'm going to swatch the color for you. Do you see how pretty this is? It's such a beautiful texture, and the Valentino blushes are one of the blushes that gave you the most blurred effect to your skin. It's so beautiful. I don't want to talk too much about it because I'm already talking too much. A blush that has a similar effect to the skin are the Gucci blushes, and I actually love the shade Bright Coral. I have just two shades. I have Bright Coral and Rosy Beige, I think, but Bright Coral is my favorite one, and I think this is the perfect summer blush. It looks so beautiful. The shade is quite similar to the Valentino blush. Let me swatch it for you. Oh no, it's not similar. I thought they are very similar, but the Gucci blush is much more orangey, but they are both very blurring, and the Gucci blush has a little bit more of luminosity. The Valentino blush is more of a natural finish, but both are beautiful. One of the two most beautiful pink blushes for light to medium olive skins is this one from Dior. It's a Dior Rosy Glow in the shade Pink, and I think this is such a pretty summer shade. It makes your whole skin vibrant and plump, and it just gives you so much life to your skin. I think this is such a beautiful skin, especially if you are a little bit mature. A little bit of a pink blush can brighten your skin so much, and this one is more of a natural matte finish as well, but I prefer the Valentino blushes more because the Valentino blushes are more blurring than the Dior Backstage blushes, but this shade is very beautiful, and the effect it gives to the skin is beautiful as well, but not as beautiful as the Valentino or Gucci blushes, but such a pretty shade. This is one of the prettiest rosy shades. It's a classic. The camera just died, I'm sorry. I think I was showing you the Sicily blush. Now this blush is beside the Dior Backstage blush in Rose, one of my favorite rose blushes, because this is such a beautiful blush. Even especially if you have a light or light medium skin tone, this is such a pretty blush. You can use this one as a blush topper as well, and it gives you such a beautiful effect to the skin. You don't need any highlighter with this blush because it's quite radiant, but it's such a beautiful radiance this gives you. So I am wearing this blush actually today, but I do wear a highlighter as well because I want to show you the highlighter too. But this is such a pretty blush. Let me swatch this one. I used to have the coral shade as well, but the coral shade, I think the color wasn't special enough because it looked like every other coral shade I had. So a friend of mine loved it so much I gave it to her. But the rose shade is so pretty here. Isn't it pretty? Such a light, soft blush. Mature skin is going to love this blush as well, because on mature skin, radiant blushes can look a little bit too much and accentuate any textures, but this one is so beautiful. I think you're going to love this one. Such a pretty blush. And this blush looks so pretty in summer and spring because it gives you such a cute and healthy look to your skin. It's one of my favorite blushes. One blush I have to mention because I am in love are these new cream to powder blushes from Chanel. They are so beautiful. These blushes are becoming one of my favorite blushes of all time because they are so smooth, they are so blendable, they are so blurring on the skin. The texture is so unique. This is one of the most unique blushes I think you can get, and it's so beautiful. My favorite shade is Rose Radiant. I have 4 of them. I made videos about all the 4 shades, but this shade is my favorite color, and I love this one. I wore it so much since I have it. It's hard for me to wear any other blush since I have this one because I think it's so beautiful, and this blush looks beautiful with any eye makeup you are doing, and it looks beautiful as an eyeshadow as well. So I love this one. The last blush I want to show you is this one from Westman Atelier, and this is the shade Minette, and this is the perfect summer shade because it is a corally shimmery blush. I think the Westman Atelier blushes are one of the best blushes actually, but especially the shade Minette It's so beautiful in summer because when the light hits the blush, it gives you such a radiance and such a youthful look to the skin. And especially for mature skin, I would go for the Westman Atelier blushes because they are so pretty and they do hold. Even though they are cream blushes, they hold on the skin quite well. Two highlighters I love, and I love highlighters the whole year. Maybe not in fall as much, but I wear highlighter every day. One of them, I have two shades. I just put one out in Beige from Westman Atelier, and these highlighters are the best highlighters for mature skin because they give you a very wet effect to the skin, but they do not accentuate any lines, any texture, any pore. They just look wet and pretty, and they're not too much. They don't give you this oily skin. I think sometimes glowy makeup looks oily even on dry skin, but this one just looks wet. It doesn't look oily. It gives you such a youthful look on the skin. These are the best highlighters, I think, especially for mature skin. So if you are mature, try this highlighter. I think you're going to love this one. The other highlighter I want to show you, I think it's beautiful, especially for mature skin as well, is this one from Chantecaille in the shade Stella, because it's a very natural highlight. It's not a very beaming highlighter. It's a very soft champagne gold tone, and it's so pretty because it is such a soft shade. You can wear this highlighter in the office as well because it's not too much. So if you like more of a natural look and a little bit of highlight, try this one. But I think this is a limited edition. I'm not sure if the shade is limited edition as well. The packaging is limited edition. I have to look this up, and yeah, but I think you are going to love this one. If you can get this, it's a beautiful highlight. Now the video is getting very, very long. I'm so sorry. Tell me in the comments if you like shorter videos or longer videos. I just thought because this is my first favorites videos, I want to show you really summer favorites I have. Now let me start with the eyeshadow. The prettiest eyeshadow discovery this year is the eyeshadow quint from Dior in the shade Saint Henri from the Plein de Paris collection, and it is such a beautiful eyeshadow collection. The color story and the colors and the quality is so beautiful. I made a video. You can see how it looks on the eyes. I don't have it here because I had to send mine back because it came broken, but I got a message today it's going to be delivered, and I'm so excited because I love this eyeshadow palette. One of my top 3 eyeshadow palettes is this one from Charlotte Tilbury in Exaggerize, and this eyeshadow palette is beautiful. I wear it out of all of my palettes maybe the most because it's such a beautiful soft color story, and the quality is beautiful as well. It's not as good as the eyeshadows that came out now, but it's still quite good quality, and it gives you such a romantic eye. This is the eyeshadow palette I'm wearing today. I would buy this eyeshadow palette again and again and again. It's so beautiful. This eyeshadow palette is a must in my collection. Another eyeshadow palette that's a must for me because I love the color story, because it's such a soft and romantic look, is the Dior eyeshadow quint in Amber Pearl, and this one is more of a very soft texture and soft pigmentation. This one is for light to light medium skin tones, but I love the color story of this one. I think it gives you such a beautiful and romantic eyes, and on date nights I wear this eyeshadow palette a lot, especially in summer. Another eyeshadow palette I think it's beautiful for summer is this one from Natasha Denona, and it is the mini retro palette. And I think it's a beautiful color story because you have the greens and you have the more pinky cream shades, and it gives you such a beautiful eye looks. I use the greens or the pinky shades. I don't mix all of them together, but for summer this is such a beautiful palette. I love this palette. It's not one of my 3 favorites palette as the Charlotte Tilbury one, but it's still one of my favorite palettes. It's beautiful. The last eyeshadow palette I want to show you is this one from Makeup by Mario, and this is so beautiful. I love the color story of this. It's such a neutral, romantic, elegant eye look you get out of this. You can do just matte eye, you can use a little bit of shimmer, and this is a staple. I have this eyeshadow palette always on my table, so if I want to use any kind of eyeshadow look that's more of an soft, glamorous look, I pull out this one, especially in summer, because you get the shimmery shades look very wet on the eyes. They have a little bit of fallout, so you have to be a little bit careful with that, but still I love the color story and I love the look it gives to the eyes. It's so beautiful. One of my top 3 lip liners of all time is this one from Charlotte Tilbury, especially this shade Super Size Me, because this is the color of my lips. It's here. And this is such a beautiful, beautiful lip liner. I wear this lip liner with almost every lipstick I have. A lip liner I just bought and I love is this one from Makeup by Mario, and I got the shade Anyway Caffeine, and I love the color. The quality of the lip liner is not as good as the Lancome or Charlotte Tilbury lip liners, but the color is so beautiful, and because of that it's becoming one of my favorites. But the quality of the lip liner is good as well, but as I said, not as good as the ones from Charlotte Tilbury or Lancome or Dior. This year Fenty came out with the new lip liners and lipsticks. I got 4 of the lip liners, and I think the colors are perfect. They are so beautiful, but they are very, very creamy, so they are not as user-friendly as the Charlotte Tilbury ones or the Lancome ones or the Makeup Forever ones, but the shades are beautiful and they stay on the lips. They do not budge. So I really enjoy these lip liners. Because of the creaminess, you have to be a little bit careful, but you can use them beautifully as lipstick as well because they are this creamy. I got 4 shades, so I like them enough. Sadly, I'm not that much into the lipstick that came out. I got 4 shades of this one as well. The colors are so beautiful. Fenty does make such beautiful colors, but this lipstick smells in the bullet, and I don't like that. It gets quite messy, and because of that I don't use them as much as I would like to because I love the colors, but I cannot stand this messiness on the lipstick actually. So yeah, but I love the colors. And I am wearing the shade, it is Fuzzy right now. I didn't tell you that, but I'm wearing the shade Thugs Blush 2 as a lip liner. One of my favorite lipsticks for summer are these ones from Sicily, and I have the shades Sheer Coral and Sheer Petal, and these lipsticks are beautiful. Let me swatch them for you. This one is Sheer Petal and this one is Sheer Coral, and they are so hydrating and beautiful on the lips. They are not too thick, but they give such a beautiful shine to the lips. I love this lipsticks for summer. I wouldn't wear them in fall or winter or spring because I think they are more of a summer product because of the shine they give to your lip, but they are so beautiful. I love when summer comes and I can wear these lipsticks because they are very, very pretty on the lips and they look very hydrating on the lips. The last product I want to show you is this lipstick from Lancome. It came out this year and I got the shade 50. This is how it looks. It's so beautiful, and I really, really enjoy these lipsticks because they are so hydrating and they give your lips such a juicy and plum look, but and they hold on the lips very, very well. For them being this hydrating and this shiny, it's quite impressive that they stay on the lips for quite a bit of time. The only thing I do not like about this lipstick is the smell. It has some kind of a strange minty smell, but not a beautiful mint smell. It's more of a perfumed mint smell. It's just the smell. I'm not enjoying that much. It doesn't bother me as much, but I would prefer if there would be no smell or a more pleasant smell. But nevertheless, I really enjoy these lipsticks. I think they look beautiful on the lips, but you have to be okay with the scent of it. These are my August/summer favorites. I hope you liked the video. If you want to know what I'm going to wear in fall, because I'm planning to do my fall must-haves, then please consider subscribing, as I said, and I hope I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye!